So this one doesn't include flowers, but it's a very important part of making some of the flowers that I've done before. I've created a couple of branches that you can use for different flowers. This would be maybe for the forsythia, the flowering quince. Those were from the first collection, the dogwood. And then I created a branch, or a stem rather, that you could use with your roses, or in one of the other videos that I'll do later is the stephanosis. I'm going to take these pieces and put them first onto the molding mat and use the small end of my loop tool. And I hope you can see that because it is dark on dark, but I'm going to soften the paper a bit. Now I've used 100-pound cardstock, and I've cut each branch twice and each stem twice because I'm going to build it on top of each other. So I've softened it, and then I'm going to put it onto my leaf tool or leaf pad. And using the leaf tool, now this is still with the right side down, I'm going to just trace a line to really give it dimension right down the center of that branch, much like I did in the lilac. And I'll do it the same on the other side. There's a couple little divisions where it goes off, and I'm going to make sure they're lined. And then you can use your tweezers and start bending down on that branch along that bend line, and I can turn it this way so you can see how it bends a little bit. To me, this gives dimension because I don't want anything two-dimension with my flowers. I don't want something laying just flat. So I've taken the time to really go over all the branch lines, and I've done it twice. So here's the other one here. And again, using your glue, you can paint it on the underside here with a toothpick, and just go ahead and paint it across. In several places it will spread out. And don't worry, this glue does dry perfectly clear in about 30 minutes, so you're not going to see all this white showing on your projects. Now once I've got it painted, I just line up the shapes, one on top of the other, and I glue them together. You can let this set for a little bit while I would do this first and then go ahead right into making your flowers, and then it should be all ready for you to add to your cards or your project that you're making, a box, and put your flowers on it. So those are the branches. Those are the branches. The stem is the same thing. I'm again going to shape it. I know it's a little more narrow, but if you use your loop tool and just soften it a bit, and then back onto the leaf pad and using the leaf tool that comes in the set, go ahead and draw the line down it because that gives you a nice line to follow with the tweezers to bend on. You can see it already has some dimension there, but I can just go along that line and bend down as I go along it. And I would repeat that on both pieces. And again, run the glue on the underside and just match the lines on one another. So on the branch, if you'd like to add some color, I've got the rust color here, or you can even add it with some inks like distressed ink and shade. You can go a little bit lighter, but it just accentuates before you add your pieces to it. On the stem, you can add the lighter green and just go ahead and shade that highlight a little bit. And again, it's a pretty addition to your card making to add your flowers to. So just something I listened to you, and I created something so you can have your projects perfect.